Hi everyone and welcome to this video. In this video I want to create a deadlock situation in MySQL, and this deadlock situation will involve three actors. Three separate sessions will be interacting with the MySQL server, and this will cause a deadlock. Okay, so imagine we have this situation here. We have Alex with $100 in his bank account, John with 200 in his, and Walter with 300 in his. And each of them want to transfer $50 to one another. So Alex wants to transfer to John, John wants to transfer to Walter, and Walter wants to send $50 to Alex. So this here is the MySQL server. In fact, this is the banking app, and this here is the MySQL session that each of the banking apps will create. And and here is the supervisor session. Where we're going to have a look at the transactions that will be going on in the MySQL server. So we have this table structure here, users table, and you see we have Alex, John, and Walter, and each of their balance. And we also can see that we have no transactions going on. Okay, so let Alex's banking app start a transaction. And it wants to see Alex's balance from users where ID equals 1, and it wants to see it because it wants to update it, so we need to type for update, and we see $100 here. Okay, now John's app wants to see John's balance, it's 200 here, and Walter's app wants to see Walter's balance, 300. All right. Next thing, each app wants to subtract $50 from the respective balance. So we're going to write update users set balance equals 50 for Alex. All right. Next thing we're gonna do, update users set balance equals 150 for John, 2, and 250 for Walter equals 250 where ID equals 3. Okay, and in the transactions table we see we have 3 transactions going on, and each of the transactions have one exclusive lock here, so it has one lock, as this indicates. Okay, so next thing that Alex's app wants to do is it wants to read John's balance, and it wants to read it for update. So it goes, let's take this query and paste it here, and we see that this is hanging because this query tries to set an exclusive lock on John's balance record, but this transaction already has the lock, so this transaction has to wait. Okay, so let's try for John to read Walter's balance, and you see that this is hanging now, and I'll let Walter's app read Alex's balance. And this becomes a deadlock because now this is like a loop, this is like a circle, so each of the transactions are waiting for the other to release the lock, and none of them will be able to do it because it has become a loop. So MySQL detects this situation and it cancels one of the transactions. It cancels the last transaction that caused the loop situation, and you can see here that now we only have 2 transactions, and you can see here that the green one, stopped hanging because Walter's transaction was rolled back, and now Walter's balance is available, and we see that Walter's balance is 300, so whatever happened in Walter's transaction doesn't count. It's not 250 like it should be, it's 300. So let's continue and update Walter's balance. Users set balance equals 350. We want to give Walter $50 where ID equals 3. All right, and now we're going to commit. And this commit will, here we have lock timeout. but this commit will release the lock on John's balance. So now we can absolutely read John's balance, and we can see that John's balance is 150. So what we're going to do is we want to give John $50. So update users set balance equals 200 where ID equals 2. And now we want to commit. And we see that here we have no transactions going on. And if we select all from the users, we see that Alex and John managed to transfer $50 to Walter and John respectively, but Walter didn't because his transaction was interrupted. And probably Walter will see something like an error message in his app, and when he refreshes the page, he will see that he has a new incoming transfer and that his balance is actually 350. So what Walter needs to do, he needs to, again, his app needs to repeat this transfer again. So we're going to select balance from users where ID equals 3. Okay, and now we're going to update users set balance where ID equals 3. And next thing we want to do is we need to, so basically we're doing the same thing what we tried to do from users where ID equals 1. And okay, we need to update the balance for Alex, 100 for Alex. All right. Okay, so this situation here demonstrates how deadlocks and locks work in MySQL. I hope you found this little video well, educational, maybe entertaining. So make sure to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.